okay. I'm actually surprised that worked on the first try, but I guess I'll show like what's happening. The mod should open. Like, I figured I might as well. I actually remember this time that I need to open every new version. All right. So I mean, it doesn't show the title of the mod, and I should probably go into more detail about that. But this actually isn't the mod DDLC Summertime. It's a different one. This one's called Summer Hope. It's slightly different. Well, it's very different. It's um, Summertime. The premise was mainly that it's like DDLC, but we don't end up joining the club. That would have been interesting, but this mod I felt like it would have been better to play first, especially since we've been on this like string of games, sort of like our mod's centered around one of the three besides Monica like characters and like dealing with their problems. This mod is it's kind of like exit music. Basically, the mod description was it's sort of a Nazi centered mod that keeps like elements of the original, like the horror slash like that kind of stuff. So it's not entirely a Dane sim. I'm hoping it'll be like exit music, but it's probably not going to be. I mean, I don't really know. This mod was literally one file, so I have no idea. Like, given it says like a Ren'Py game, that's probably like significant of like that. But I mean, like I don't know. I know like nothing of this mod. It's better going in knowing as little as possible versus spoiling exit music, which is exactly what I did. But yeah. Anyway, so like I mean, given a I guess I might need to update my top five list because right now it's just it's still top three is still New Eyes, Rain Clouds, and Exit Music, and then four is Behind Closed Doors, and then five is does Fallen no I can't rank Fallen Angel since it's not a completed game, so yeah, five would still be Salvation, but we'll see what this mod does. I'm not like I'm like neutral on this mod. I'm not going into the mod knowing it's one of the best mods that the game has. That's kind of how I went into Exit Music and Salvation, and I think that was one of the reasons why I was a bit like more critical on them as compared to like other mods, because like basically from what I've heard, those were two of the best mods in the game or like in the community. So yeah, this video is probably gonna be a little shorter. I'm not entirely sure. I recorded a lot earlier, but that was mainly for Civ, and this might actually be a bit longer because I need some time to like chill and like relax and like wind down because I was getting a bit salty when I was recording Civ, but I mean that's just normal. So I mean let's see it. So like I guess the other mods I had like some sort of timetable for, some sort of like I guess like plot table, like how I knew it would progress. Like I have none of that going into this, so we'll just have to see. Ooh, this just instantly does it versus like crawling out. I could probably change that sentence though. Individuals suffering from anxiety or depression may not have a safe experience playing this game. 13 years. Alright. Agreed. That'd be a pretty cool change, but I mean, I'm not sure, like, I'm not sure that's entirely, I guess, a change I want. Non-commercial fan-made modification for DDLC. Alright. Oh, they keep the same, so they didn't change anything. There is a voice volume. Oh, that's already what I like to see. That's already what... That's it. Alright, so there was no text speed. I like to keep the text speed on slow. But anyway, yeah, that's already like a plus. Just seeing the voice volume. Love when people add voices and stuff in the game. It's with all these. I remember this one was made like I don't actually have no idea when this one was made, but I think this one's relatively newer. And like all these newer mods, like the voice, it's just such a great addition. I guess the reason why I only had one like I guess the only thing the file change was probably like what would you call it, the script, because I ended up deleting scripts in first run, so that's probably what changed. I'm not sure how much it would actually change. Alright, name. Forgot I have to do this at the beginning of every mod. I still have no idea how long this is going to take. Would be such a troll if this was just like the actual game. See a familiar girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. Hold on a second. The text bar seems a bit different, or the text box. It seems... This might just be me. this might just be me, but it seems a bit different. It seems a bit more pink than it normally is. I mean, it might make sense since this is apparently a Natsuki-centered mod, but I have no clue. It's just like something my eye caught. It's probably not true. I'm just looking into it too much. The girl's Sayori, neighbor and good friend since we were children. No, the kind of friend you never see yourself making today. It just kind of works out because you know each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but started around high school. She would oversleep more and more frequently and get tired of waking up. Seeing her again in the morning commute fills me with a warm, nostalgic feeling. As annoying as scatterbrained Sayori can be, I've kind of missed this. Alright, so that's already changed. I was worried it was just going to be like original dialogue the whole time. That's kind of like what I was worried about with A Fallen Angel. I was worried about like that, but I mean, this already shows it's like different. I smiled to myself and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. I overslept again. But I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say that like you're thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Raven. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, they don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Damn, that's gotta hurt. Like, the first fucking thing we say, like, in the actual game. Because I don't doubt this was in the actual game. It's gotta hurt. Yeah, it's just... I flash her a wide grin to let her know I'm keen around. Alright, good. I'm like, fine. But you did wait for me after all. I'm like, you better watch what you're doing. So, just from the two, like, instances I've seen, this is making it seem like the MC is quite clearly different. He's not, like, that as dense as he was. And he's more, I guess, he's a nicer, friendlier person than just being sort of like a neat stuck at home. Which is nice. It's nice to know that. In case you don't have it in you to be mean, even if you want to. Busted. Yaha. Cross the street together, make our way to school. That's alright good. I hate seeing, like, the MC in Fallen Angel was alright. I mean, we didn't really get to draw out the story enough to, like, pick out his flaws, but, like, this MC, I'm already liking this MC. That's something I rarely say. Wait, no, I think I said that about exit music, and then he started fixating on Natsuki, but, like, going out, like, the gates, like, this MC seems fairly good. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with our students making their daily commute. So, Raven, have you decided to join on a club to join yet? I mean... There's athletics, but I guess the MC isn't into that. A club? Yeah, it's still not too late in the year to join. Didn't the year just start? Meh, I told you already, it's not really my thing, so I haven't really looked to be honest with you. Raven, you told me you'd join club this year. Did I? I continue to yank your chin just a little longer. Of course I remember, but sometimes it's fun to mess with her a bit. Yeah, this is like different. I guess the internal monologue is different. I mean, granted, what he's saying is the same thing, which probably doesn't... It probably means that it's going to affect her in the same way, but at least we know that MC is a different intention this time. So you're like to worry a little too much about me. When I'm perfectly content, I getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. Loser. You're like, yes, Sayori, I branch out and look at the club, Sayori, and everything. I'm worried that you won't have any social skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. That's different. She didn't call us a need. I can't have you going all... Hikikomori on me. I have no idea what that is. I should probably look it up. It's probably something weird. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Okay, yeah, this is very different than... I don't know, the hermit's life sounds kind of appealing. Okay, I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise me you'll put some effort in? Heh, fine, just that one, then. Yay. Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? I mean, this is better than him, like, just... not doing anything. Even if it's like, I guess, half-hearted or what you call it, it's pretty difficult to say no to her, though. I guess you don't worry so much about me. It makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. And it's cool to see her dialogue is slightly different, too. So, I mean, I guess we could just, like, assume the events leading up to this moment were a bit different. But, I mean, I guess with the MC being different, that's, like, inevitable. The school day is as ordinary as ever. It's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall looking for an ounce of motivation. But I guess, I should say this before we get to the literature club, but I guess I'm kind of worried, or I'm slightly worried about this, you know, pulling like an exit music where we get to the club. Obviously, I know this is a Natsuki-centered mod, even though it's my least favorite character. I think I played the most mods surrounding her, but yeah, I'm kind of worried about him ending up fixating on Natsuki, and then Sayori's problems getting worse. That's always like, that's basically what I'm worried about as of now. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs, does she? There's an anime club. Sounds like my sort of club. Don't be a loser. Earth to Raven, come in. Do you read? Sayori, where'd you come from? That was That was actually pretty good. I'm not sure that was in the original Act 1 dialogue. Sayori must have come into the classroom while spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I was waiting for you outside for like 10 minutes, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. Wow, she's putting herself down there. I mean, we gotta be like careful about that. You don't need to wait up for me as if it's going to make you late to your own club. Well, that's no good, because I thought, uh-oh, she's playing something and I walked right into it. At least he recognizes it now. Know what, Sayori? Well, that you could come to, my club. Sayori, yeah? I don't even read that much. Alright, this is good. They're taking out all the lines that are sort of like basically designed to make Sayori feel sad. Because at this moment, I'm pretty sure we absolutely won't be going to your club. This is different. Come on, Raven. Sayori's vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware she had any interest in literature either. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did because she thought it'd be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title vice president. Just by default. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, nah, I'm going to the anime club, loser. Come on, please. There's more of this, I know it. Time to press the witness. Why are you hell-bent on me coming anyway? Jesus! Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I'd bring in a new member. Oh, here we go. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. We're just like, wait a second. Who's this Natsuki person? I let my head drop to the desk. Yeesh, don't make promises you can't keep, Sayori. I can't tell if she's really that much of an airhead, or if this is some kind of Machiavellian scheme she's been cooking up. Damn, he knows like long words. Clever girl. This is Jurassic Park. I let it out alongside. Fine, I'll stop by for one cupcake, okay? It turns to 2, 3, and then next thing we know, we're a part of the club. Yes, let's go. Alright, so, oh jeez. And thus, today marks the day I lost the battle of wits to a walk-in cinnamon bun. I mean, I was gonna say, like, I thought it was just gonna be the original one, but it was different. But, like, what I hate is, like, the entire game is in, like, the first person, But he says this as if he's like, or I guess it's the entire game's in the present, but he says this as if it's going on in the past. Or, like, he's talking, like, to us in the future, and basically, like, I guess, I don't know what you would call it, but, like, yeah, he's speaking from the future about the past. That's what it's making it seem like. And it's just that one line, too. Like, not the rest of the game. It's literally just that one line. I dejectedly followed Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for vocational classes and activities. Didn't mention third years. Sayori, bouncing with enthusiasm, swings open the classroom door. Hey, the new member is here. Slow your roll there, Sayori. Don't call me new. Alright, and we're already interrupted. Member. Oh my. This is gonna be weird. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Here comes the new boy. Here goes the neighborhood. Raven, what a nice surprise. She's like, things are getting weird around here. What brings you here? Sayori, you wonderful idiot. You didn't tell me. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. I guess even... I wonder what the signs would be like. Like, if somehow you knew what would have to happen in order for you to realize that reality is false. Like, everything lining up perfectly. I guess you'd see this more as coincidence. You wouldn't, it would be natural for you to, reject the idea that your reality is false. Wait, you eyeballing me? Yes. If you got something to say, say it. Sorry. Natsuki, please. The girl with the cotton candy hair and attitude is not nearly as sweet. It is apparently called Natsuki. Can't say I've seen her around. Her small figure makes me think she's maybe a first year. It's hard to tell. She's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. Maybe it'd be prudent to say on her good side. You can just ignore her when she gets cranky. Jesus. Sayori says that quietly into my ear and turns back to the art girls. Anywho, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. This is Yuri, a resident literary genius. Don't say things like that. I like this. I like this. Actually, I might like this better than Fallen Angel. Because this is clearly following, basically the exact same progression as the Act 1 of DDLC, as the original, game. But the dialogue is different. For Fallen Angel, it was mostly the same progression and the same dialogue. But this is same progression, different dialogue. It's not in the other mods were different progression, different dialogue. It's actually this is like a really cool combination. Basically, like every other line, if not more, is different. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with the boundless energy of Sayori and Natsuki. Ah, well, it's nice to meet you both. Sounds like you already know Maka, is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Raven. Maka smiles, but there's a hint of sadness behind it. That's interesting. It's interesting. That is interesting. I don't know why that is. It might be... Yeah, I have no idea why that would be. I don't know. Maybe it's just like a hint of like... Basically, she might know that this is a mod and that she won't end up with us or something. I don't know. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Mako is probably the most popular girl in the class. Smart, athletic, smoking hot. It's a nice, or what would you call it? I don't even know. I'm just like reading at this point. I'm out of it. Just nice, I guess. Basically, I'll reach for the average mortal. Just like not even just like person, just like human. That's a bit of I wouldn't say foreshadowing, but it's a bit like mortal. I mean, given that she's like sentient within her own game, that's a bit like literal, I guess. So having her smile at me, wish so wistfully, feels a little familiar. This is weird. We're all like talking about familiar, sadness, mortal, stuff like that. Something's going on. Don't trust it. And I guess. Oh, I meant observation. I was thinking assumption. I'm like, wait, smoking hot. That's not an assumption. That's something like I don't even know. One odd sense of deja vu. We just gonna constantly like, I guess like poke at or like hint at the fact that like this is a mod or an addition to the game. You too, Maka. Smooth delivery as always. Signature. Come, sit down, Raven. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Maka. I'll get the cupcakes. Sit in between them. Hey, I want half of them to go missing before they even get to us. I'll get them. You got me. And how about I make some tea as well? Standard issue. The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Sayori mentioned it's been wine so that there's one space next to Maka and one next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, take a seat next to Sayori. Wasn't there a game where you ended up sitting next to Maka? I don't even remember. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. It's a good thing they let me use the home ec room for this at lunchtime. Gotta love playing the club business card. I mean, I guess if, because like they don't ask, don't tell. Like they don't ask questions about your club. You don't tell them what your club is. Just know you're part of the club. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da. What? Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. So cute. I swear we spend more of the club budget on cakes than books, but it's so worth it. What books do you actually buy? Like, well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first, then Maka and I follow. Wait, you have a budget to begin with? What are you spending that on? It's delicious. Sayori talks with her mouth full, and Zari managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around my fingers, looking for her best angle to take a bite. Natsuki's quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and creamy, yet tangy. This has to be made from scratch. Why is it tangy? This is... Jesus, what the fuck is he saying? This is so good. Natsuki, holy crap, is that cream cheese icing? Seriously, these are great. I blurt out my response between bites. I'm willing to devote time away from eating this delicious confection to actually speaking properly. Yeah, I guess when I mentioned earlier about the MC being more nice and like, I guess more nice and caring, what I mean is he's more like Sayori in this mod. And it's going to be interesting to see because we know he ends up with Natsuki, so it's going to see like how that happens and if we end up learning about proms or whatnot. I do know we do learn about proms because I got spoiled because I didn't even scroll down. I was at the very top of the page and I see one line and it's something about something like Natsuki's father and I'm like, alright, it's going to be one of those mods. Why are you thanking me? It's not like haven't I heard this from somewhere before? It's in all the books I read. Made them for you or anything. I raised an eyebrow as I absentmindedly take an our cupcake and begin to remove the casing. I thought you technically did, Sayori said. Well, maybe. But not for, you. Alright, what's he saying? Alright, jeez. Down in my second cupcake and begin to unwrap a third, I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Damn, he's like 2 cupcakes, no drink? Jesus. What is these things that makes them so addictive? Crack. Before I can pile the question further, Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. Also, I'm somewhat interested in seeing how he interacts with Monica, because it's already been different. I mean, based on what I've seen, it might actually, and based on like Monica's dialogue and Monica's actions, they seem a lot more, I guess, a lot less deliberate. Like she's trying to fake, like, basically her character. In a way, Monica was like Sayori in the original DLC. She was basically faking everything she did, but from what we've seen in this mod, that's not necessarily the case. So she may actually be normal. I mean, probably not. It's just probably like deception for now, but after all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? Ah, I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not. Insulted. Yuri looks away. Jesus, insulted. I'm not even sure it said that. I meant that, you know, it's cool. I might not realize, but you can't be a nice cup of tea. Alright, so he didn't say... He didn't... Thank God they changed that fucking line. What was the original line? Something like, I may not enjoy... Let's see. I may not enjoy reading, but at least I... No, what did he say? It was something about, like, reading and tea may not be a pastime for me, but at least I enjoy tea. Like, thank God they changed that line. So they didn't have to make me read through that, like, a 5th time. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So, what made you consider Literature Club? Pff. Oh boy. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica I was guilt-tripped into coming by Sayori. This should take the Fallen Angel route, where he says exactly what, basically, he said he wasn't going to say. Well, I haven't joined a club yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so that's okay, don't be embarrassed. Is that what we said in the original game? I don't remember. Yeah, I have no idea what we said at that point in time. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. I almost said Monka's. It's gonna be so hard trying to, like, not say that. I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. You started this club from scratch, right? Must be hard to start a club. You could put it that way. She's just like, possibly. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new, a brand new day. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people you're both fun and worthwhile. But make school events like the festival. Alright, I wonder if we're even going to get to that this month. How much more important. It feels like it's been a while since we've actually done the festival. I'm confident that I can really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yes, we'll do our best. You know it. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. So, Raven, what kinds of things do you like to read? Hold on. Actually, what was I guess? Oh, yeah. So, I was on a brand new day. Because I mentioned that at one point. I do plan on replaying it. But I do have to finish a couple of mods, at least. Given my list. There's some that, like, can wait. But I really do want to finish a couple more mods before I actually start, like... I want to replay that before I don't think I would replay any other mods. Because Brand New Day is the only one that's really had content added to it. Or at least since the last time I checked. I mean, let's see. Definitely Recoded and Coldest Summer probably had nothing added. Maybe Coldest Summer. Recoded is probably not worth like trying to replay. Date Club and After Sayori may have had stuff added. But I mean, that's basically it. But A Brand New Day probably had a ton of stuff added, and my original playthrough wasn't that good, so... Well, considering how little I've read these past years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Alright, yeah. Let's see... Oh yeah, we were here. I forgot. It hasn't even been too long, it's only been like 10 minutes. I don't know how I forgot already, but... Considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Oh yeah, I'm actually interested to see what he says. Manga. Just says it straight up. I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. With a sharp intake of breath, Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. Is she about to say something? Like, a sharp intake of breath, just like... Bouncing on the spot. Looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. You really aren't much of a reader, I guess. Well, anything's possible, right? Yeah, it's slightly different. What am I saying? Spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. What about you, Yuri? Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me the most. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? So they slimmed down on Yuri's like monologue about reading. I've been reading a lot of horror lately too. Yeah, that's definitely slimmed down. I remember she went on like a tangent. Now this is just like slimmed down. I read a horror book once. You know, they managed to take out the R line, but they didn't take out this one. Can't believe I had to read that again. I was like hoping this wouldn't be here. I'm like, oh, they took out the R one. That means they should take out this one. Nope. Can't believe I had to read that. Super smooth. It's like smooth as a rock. Just really grasp something I can relate to, even at the most minimal level. This rate, you might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really, I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you. I guess you could say that. She's like, if only you knew. If a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Meh, I'm not into horror. Oh, why's that? Well, just, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. That's right. Shut up and sit down. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? Natsuki has to stop herself from choking on her tea. Oh, she's drinking tea right now. What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last Clemine. We never figure out what's on that piece of paper. Looked like you were working on a poem called She actually said it. Natsuki let her say a bit of it. That's gotta be new boyfriend, right? I mean, new boyfriend or newborn. There's two like slashes, so that might be what it's meant. I don't know. Or new boy. Yeah, don't say it out loud. And give that back. Fine. That would actually make sense, though. That would make sense. Just got her by the ropes to blackmail. Your cupcakes, your poems. Everything you do is just as cute as you are. Sayori styles up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. What's it to you? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsuki averts that, just straight up. Nah, you wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing the level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Just like getting her to share some, like forcing her really. Maybe you should share some of your work. You can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. Because I mean, at the end of the day, we all end up writing. I guess it's the same for Yuri. Oh, I wanted to read everyone's poems. Have them on hand. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Oh, she didn't say okay, everyone. She split it up. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica. What have I started? Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. That's what we started. Then next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone's even. Yeah, let's do it. Plus, now we have a new member. I think it'll help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Raven? Is it? Am I a member now, just like that? I don't remember agreeing to anything like that. Once here and you can't get out. Sharing poetry, huh? It sounds like a perfect way to embarrass myself in front of a bunch of cute girls. It's about the effort, really. Still, everyone seems pretty fun to be around in their own particular way. Plus, Sayori did definitely owe me one. Why the hell not? I'm on board. Good, before he's like, wait a second, I didn't actually join the club. It's like, then why'd you come? Raven, thank you. Oh, that's good. You're okay. I guess I'll give you a pass for now. I'm so glad. Welcome to the club, Raven. It's all then. Okay, everyone, that concludes today's meeting. I hope to see you all tomorrow. Everyone packs away the things. I'm liking this MC. This is like, I guess, the perfect version of the MC, really. Yuri and Natsuki leave first after packing away the tea set and cupcake tray. Not long after, Sayori approaches me and tugs my sleeve excitedly. Hey Raven, since we are here, do you want to walk home together? That's right, Sayori and I never walk home together anymore, because she always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, why not? Yay. Just as we are about to leave, Monica weaves her way through the desk to reach me. Oh, Raven, before you go, could we maybe have a quick talk outside? Now, what's this about? Hold on. I was about to say something. I was just about to say that, you know, maybe since the MC is, like, normal, and this is, like, the perfect version of the MC, we don't have to worry about Sayori, like, and her problems. Because clearly, it's mostly, well, it's obviously revolving around her own feelings, but mainly towards us. If we can be there for her and be the perfect person we can be, then we don't really have to worry, I guess, about her killing herself. But then this Monica play, that's making me question it. She has a kind of serious look on her face. Is she okay? That's why I'm like, she said that, and I thought it was gonna be like something, and then I look at her face, it's like serious, and I'm like, all right, what can this possibly be about? This has to be something serious, like about the mod or something. That has to be. There's no other reason for that, because it was going all normal up until now. I'm interested though. I'm interested to see what it is. Sure, Monica, and we go with it. Let me know when you guys are done, okay? She's starting like low-key ticked. Before I can reply, Monica grabs me by the arm and drags me bodily outside. We stop just outside the club room. You know, just the music. We're already doing this. What the fuck is up with this mod? Like, I guess this reminds me of kind of like Fallen Angel Monica. Where like, or well, at least for the first part of it, where I mean, there would be no reason for her to do this other than she realizes that something is up and that like the game isn't normal for, or at least from the continuous cycle it normally is. The intense, serious expression from before never leaving her face, she looked straight at me, through me. Hello. This is probably the earliest she's actually addressed the player in any like mod or like game. I mean, it's only been 30 minutes, and that was with me like playing slowly. I'm still interested. I'm still interested though. So she has to know that this is a mod. Then that's the only like way this would be happening, and that basically, I mean, it's a Natsuki mod. I mean, that's not what necessarily what I've heard. Well, I guess it is, but like, I don't really know exactly what this mod's about. I don't know why you brought me back here. So she does know this is a mod. That does confirm it. Listen, I mean, I don't really know either. I don't know the direction of this mod. Apparently, it's a Natsuki mod. We're gonna still deal with her problems, but that's all I know. Like with the going in knowing that low, you don't really know what to expect. Better than exit music for me, spoiling the whole mod. But I mean, I honestly, I mean, if you're back, then I mean, you know how I mentioned earlier that basically Monica, her actions didn't seem as deliberate. I guess that somewhat makes sense with this, because if this is assuming she went through the whole game and then she got brought back. Or, oh yeah, I guess I remember the mod saying, assuming it takes off, like, basically, you've already completed the game. So, I mean, but theoretically speaking, that means that Monica would, like, not, I guess, try and enhance everyone's character traits. But, I mean, considering we know Natsuki's problems, that's probably not the case. But, I mean, we don't really know, because all we know, I guess, is that this, you know how in Fallen Angel I said we had the smartest, like, version of Monica we've seen? This one's probably smart, because it's literally her, played through the whole game, literally did everything, and now is back to, like, the start. And now, I guess, from her perspective, she has to know that things are different now. Because if she went through the whole original game, she has to know its dialogue changes and everything. So she has to know that something is different about the MC. Specifically him. I guess not really much different from anyone else yet, but I mean, I guess us specifically. It's not like Fallen Angel where we've made our gravitation toward Yuri apparent yet. So now it's just like, I guess, I don't know. She just knows that we're different and that, like, this is a mod, something's up, I guess. What were you thinking? I don't know. I honestly didn't know this would be like a version of Monica that would be like, I guess, knowing exactly how the cycle went, or like has been through the full cycle, like the whole DDLC. I mean, also going off of that, I said that maybe she would be like, I guess, like a version of her that was not sentient, basically due to her actions. But I guess it's the obvious. She's the most sentient. She has literally done all of this already. I told you. There's no happiness to be found in the Literature Club. Don't kill the game right here. Like, we don't kill the game right here. Don't do it. Don't do this. Like, I mean, that's what's making it seem like. I couldn't believe it at first. Seeing them again. Seeing you again. I thought you brought me back just to torment me, to trap me in an ever-repeating hell. But I mean, it's different. You know that. I know that. We both know that. It's not like I don't deserve that. Except, things have changed. I can feel it. So, I guess she is, like, more, I guess, at this point, what would you call it? She's, like, different. She's changed. Like, she's not really necessarily different changed, but she's realized that, you know, her original plan or her original intentions and, like, actions didn't work. And now that she realizes that, she knows that, like, that can't, and she sort of, like, learned her lesson, I guess. She's, like, I guess, what would you call it? She's, like, yeah, I don't know. I'm dragging this on. Yeah, we've already said that. What did you do? Never mind. I actually want to find out for myself. Okay, so she's gonna like go. That's kind of a chilling line. That makes you question everything. This is most interested in, well, being alive I've been in a long time. That also is interesting. Even if you don't feel the same way I do about you. I know you love all of us in your own way. That's good to see that she like recognizes that and that she's not going like batshit crazy as of now. So that could be an easy like alternative. I love those girls too, and you, of course. I won't do all the things that changed, I promise. I'll make things right again. That's what I was looking for. And also what I was looking for is more so that she, like, I guess evolved in that before, literally, like, in a way evolved, as if she, like, lived through her entire lifetime and was reborn. Just promise me one thing. If I start to act like I did before, abusing my power, killing people, delete me. Hold on, is that a thing? Do the character... What you really have to look for when you're going to, like, this stuff is... No, I didn't. I didn't alter the characters, so I can't delete her. And they're also all the same amount of data as before, so it doesn't really matter. Please, I can't do that. That wouldn't change anything, but I would do it. It's for my own good and theirs. I'll be watching out for them. I'll be the best prison I can be. I'll see you around, okay? Shaking my head. I start as if waking from a dream. That's good though. That's good though. Because she probably like went through at the beginning when she saw us in the beginning. She was like, oh, hi again. Like she was like, wait, what the fuck? What's going on? Why is everyone still here? Like what's happening? But this is good. This is reassuring because I was like speculating that, you know, based on Maka's like lack of deliberateness and her sort of like actions, maybe this is like a version of her that's like, I guess pure is the right word to describe it, like without any intent to like harm any of the others. Sorry, Monica, I spaced out for a second there. What was it you were saying? Raven, please try to pay attention. I was saying thanks for our chat, and I hope I'll see you at the club tomorrow. Man, I don't remember a damn thing she said. Am I really that out of it? If I'm not careful, I'll end up as airheaded as Sayori. Yeah, I'm looking up for it. Wait, did Monica say that? Oh no, that's what we said. She was probably like wincing at that. Me too. Hey, are you guys done yet? It's getting kind of late, and I'm hungry. Her stomach growls audibly, as if in agreement with her statement. But that's interesting, because even though this is a Natsuki mod, it's still making it apparent that, like, Monica is a player. Because, like, or, it sounds a bit weird, but, like, in Salvation, it's sort of just, like, it wasn't Sayori Saramada, but Monica was always, like, the side character, or, like, in a side position. That, she was directly speaking to us. She was, like, that put her in the main position for a bit. I mean, and I'm interested in that. Because, I mean, it really, like, stuff like that is what the other mods were missing. Exit Music, Salvation, Fallen Angels, interactions like that, where it's just one-on-one with us and Monica. That's really what the mods were missing. Fine, come on, Sarah. Before you start eyeballing me up as a snack. A snack, that's a great idea. We could get a snack on our way home. I don't have my purse with me today, though. Maybe I could borrow some. Yes, for the love of... I stop and sigh, outmaneuvered and defeated for the second time today. It's like third. See ya, Monica. As I walk away, I hear Monica softly singing as if to herself. And if I don't know how I love you, I'll leave you be. It's the end of the song. But the main problem is how she brought up if she goes AWOL again, basically. That's making me thinking she actually is going to do it, and probably is what's going to lead to Natsuki's problems. And it's probably going to make me, like, have to delete everything in order to, like, fulfill the game. With that, the two of us depart the school and make our way home, stopping only to buy Sayori a bag of donuts. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, scatterbrained and annoying, but my longest-serving friend, gives an actual brief description. Natsuki, she's cute as hell and good as bacon, but you can tell she means well, but it comes across as a bit hostile. Yuri, beautiful and elegant, but so unsure of herself. And of course, Monica. Just no description for her. They all seem like people I'd like to get to know, and getting into Rean can't be a negative side effect, right? Perhaps I'll even have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. It's interesting, because in, in Exit Music, we took a direct liking to Yuri. Salvation, that wasn't really necessary, because we were always friends with Sayori, and we let off the game with Sayori. Exit Music, though, it was kind of interesting, because even though we ended up saving Sayori at the very beginning, we ended up figuring out about Natsuki's problems fairly early on, and that's how we got attracted to her. But now it's not apparent that we are attracted, or like gravitating towards Natsuki. It's going to be interesting to see how they handle that. I mean, based off of our other interactions we've already had with her, it's like not going well. Oh. Just cut straight back here. Alright, it's going to be one of those games. No interaction outside the literature club, but, I mean, it's not necessarily bad. I like how they changed the dialogue up, but the progression's the same. I definitely like that. Classes seem to pass oddly quickly once again today. Before I know it, it's time for literature club. Oddly quickly, like a snap. As I step into the threshold of the club room, Monica greets me warmly. Hi again, Raven. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Haha. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. While I'm back at the literature club. I was last coming, so everyone else is already hanging out. Pun. Thanks for keeping your promise, Raven. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you, making you dive headfirst in literature when you're not accustomed to it. Hey Yuri, don't give this guy a break. We're just some random guy. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. We have a name. And last year, too. What are you, some otaku hermit shonen? Don't worry about it. If you don't take it seriously, then you won't hear the end of it. It seems that otaku hermit shonen, huh? That's just coming from someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. I was about to say, Natsuki seems a bit more hostile than normal. Regular normal Natsuki, which is saying a lot. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monika and manga. I think we broke her. Manga is literature, and this is caps. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. She's blushing and looking dejectedly at the floor. I actually feel kind of bad. Don't worry, Natsuki. Raven always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. Oh my, how dependable. Siri, that's because your room's a total dumpster fire. Almost literally that one time. Jesus, what happened? Is that so? They need to do I guess, there has to be a mod that goes over all the events that everyone talked about. Mainly that one. I remember Monika talking about Yuri bringing the bag of wine. One of the mods might have already done that. I don't know. You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come you and Irving can become good friends too? Sayori. As usual, I can't tell whether Sayori is a social moron or an excellent wingman. Go with the latter. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know? Wait, Sayori. Something from me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? We're just show us. Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. Oh, what do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out. So I picked a book that I thought you might enjoy. Not Eternal Isolation, though. It's probably actually The Portrait of Markov. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted. This is... How's this girl accidentally being so cute? Just this girl. She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. A classic beauty, kind and thoughtful as well. It's another added compliment. She's definitely the type I'd usually go for. Maybe I've got a shot with her. That's interesting. Because, let's be honest here. This is basically a harem. All the girls, regardless of which one we go for, will get. So, that's interesting, though. This is interesting. Because basically flat out saying, yeah, she's the type I normally go for. And then he's like, maybe I've got a shot with her. That's making it seem like he's gonna take a shot and then fail. Honestly, I wasn't surprised. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monika to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monika are having a cheery conversation in the corner. I wonder what about. Natsuki's rummaging around the closet. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. That's interesting. Just cut straight to this theme. I'm interested about Monika of this game. I'm more focused on her than I am on Natsuki, Yuri, or even Sayori, because apparently she's learned her lesson in that she's sort of she's pure now, or she's not out to get everyone, but she made it seem like it's going to happen eventually. Basically, this probably is, but we don't know. We'll just have to keep a close look. I can't help but notice her glancing in my direction every so often, like she was waiting for this chance. I start to walk over to Yuri's seat, new book in hand. Is this a Yuri mod? Is this fate? Beginning of something wonderful? My train of thought is derailed by a sudden... I hear Natsuki muttering and swearing from within the closet. She's crashing around a lot. She seems to be annoyed by something. Yuri frowned, shooting and glaring in the direction of the commotion. No chance of a serene afternoon seemed to be on the cards for me. The moment completely dead, I approach Natsuki to find out what's wrong. Bruh. No way, that's the last we fucking see of us and Yuri. Oh my god. You looking for something in there? Freaking Monika. She never puts my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point in keeping your collection organized if someone else is just gonna mess it up? Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelves. Manga. Yeah, you read manga, right? Sometimes. Manga is one of those things where you can't admit you're really into it until you figure out where the art person stands. How did you know anyway? You mentioned it yesterday, dummy. You can't hide your power level from me. It's 2,000. What's that supposed to mean? Doesn't even get that reference. Alright, just end it here, please. I see. There's a lone volume of manga amidst a stack of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I pulled out the stack. There it is. Natsuki snatches it out of my hand. She then turns the box to a box of manga and slips the volume right into the middle of the rest. Ah, much better. Seeing a box set with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world. I know that feel. I get a closer look at the box set she's admired. Parfait Girls. I raise an eyebrow. I can't say I've ever heard of it, but it definitely doesn't look like my kind of thing. If you're gonna judge, you can do it through the glass on that door. There is no glass on the door, dumbass. She points to the classroom door. Who's judging anything? It was the tone of your voice. But I'll tell you one thing, Raven. Consider this a lesson straight from the Literature Club. Don't judge a book by its cover. In fact, Natsuki pulls out the first volume of Parfait Girls from the box. I'm going to show you exactly why. She shows the book right into my hands. Ah. I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in colorful attire striking animated feminine poses. Sounds like the main menu theme for this game. It's excitingly moe. Oh man, this is going to be a long afternoon. Don't just stand there. Oh. Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. It's not the fate I had in mind, not at all. She then takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsills. Damn, she literally just stole us from Yuri. I'm so salty about that. I mean, I would much rather have a dance in with Yuri than Natsuki. She pats on the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. Granted, exit music did it right. They basically got rid of her bitchy attitude and showed her for who she really was, but I mean, you never know. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take up the space next to her. Where we're going, we don't need chairs. Can't read at the same time like that. I'm like, where we're going, we don't need cars. Or we don't need wheels or what. I guess it's easier to be close together like this. Don't just say that. You make me feel weird about it. Natsuki crosses her arms and scooches an inch away from me. You know what I meant. I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's a particularly bad thing, actually. She literally just stole us from Yuri. I open the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space, while she hopes I wouldn't notice. I can feel it peering over my shoulders, much more eager to begin reading than I am. It's actually pretty hard not to smile. Wow, how long has it been since I read the beginning? You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then? Not really. Maybe sometimes after I've finished the series. Hey Raven, focus. You were the one talking. What are you talking about? I am, but nothing's really happened yet, so I can talk at the same time. Looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school. Click. Typical slice of life affair. It's a little mundane for me so far. I tend to prefer action-packed mecha or the distant worlds of sci-fi manga. It's one of those people. So, what should I expect from this? Is this going to get any more involved or... Well, obviously. You think I'd enjoy something that didn't have a decent plot? Pfft. What plot? I mean, well, I guess I know where you're coming from, though. These things are pretty down-to-earth to start with. Like there, it's a really funny chapter where they're obsessed with the guy at the ice cream shop. Just one guy, all 4 of them. But that just helps you get to know the characters. Besides, it's still entertaining. But later on, there's all kinds of drama. Like when they get all their backstories and when some of the romance starts to happen. This game. That's really what makes it so good. You really start to care for the characters and start to feel their pain, you know? Ah, is that so? It sounds like you really know your stuff. I guess I underestimated you, huh? Hey, wait. What's that supposed to mean? You know what it meant. Natsuki jabs an elbow in my ribcage. Jesus! I'm not... Do you really just say that? I just meant that I haven't seen you at your full power. What does that even mean? Good save. This chapter seems like it's about baking. This is just a guess, but is there a lot of bacon in this manga? Damn, see right through her. Well, Natsuki pauses for a moment, as if she doesn't want to admit something. It wasn't really difficult to put 2 and 2 together, though. Yeah. What are you driving at? Nothing in particular. You really enjoy baking, don't you, Natsuki? That's just a coincidence. I just happened to get into baking around the same time I got into this manga. The exact same day. Like I'd ever get into anything because it's in a manga. It's pretty much what you're saying. I feel bad for anyone that's impressionable. Haha. I'm not buying it for a second. I'm like, say what you want. I guess that explains Natsuki's interest in baking. Still, of all the hobbies to pick up from a manga, that's definitely one of the better ones. It's the what are you talking about? Not to mention, she's really good at it, so who am I to judge? Oh, this picture. Oh, and I can actually move this. You read on for a few more minutes. I finished a couple of chapters at this point, and I'm actually getting into the story. This can't be interesting for you just watching me read. It's fine, I'm cool with it. If you say so, I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean. Ugh, I wish. We actually have friends in this? I forgot. Damn. That's not... Well, I wouldn't really know. What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends? Don't get me started. Like, I could ever get Yuri or Monica to read this. Because, normally she talks about, like, the people who bully her or whatever. Or, like, her classmates or whatever. And, like, how... her and Yuri are, so there really are, even though they're opposites, they're the same. It's like yin and yang or whatnot. Like, Sayori, like, no one else is, like, polar opposites. Like, I guess in a sense, Yuri and Monica are opposites. Or no. Sayori and Monica, but not as opposite as Natsuki and Yuri. They're in the same boat where, like, each of them, like, you know, they're kind of, like, bullied. Kind of, like, even though she's, like, really, like, what would you call it? Just, like, tsundere type. Like, when she's not here, she's, like, she isn't like that. Because she can't be. Because she gets bullied by her classmates. So, even Sayori. They just think manga is for kids. I can't even bring it up without them all being like, you still haven't grown out of that yet. Natsuki, why don't you pick up a real book? I really want to punch them in the face sometimes. I mean, how much force would be behind that punch? Not a lot. I know that feeling. Not the punching part, but I get it. It takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into it. Sayori kind of just came to expect it of me, I guess. And otherwise, I tend to just keep myself to myself. It's probably hard for someone like you with an actual social circle. Maybe it does go. It kind of goes beyond my friends, though. I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room. I don't even know what my dad would do if he found this. Sounds strict. We're already like, she said that, that's like a light bulb in our head. As opposed to like the regular dense MC of the game just like flies by him. This is like, wait a second, what did you just say? Yeah, at least it's safe here in the club room though. Set Monaco is kind of a jerk about it. I just can't win, can I? Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am reading it. Well, it's not like that solves any of my problems. So, also, basically, based on that, what it means is that, you know, the events that happened before DDLC are set in stone. So even if you reset the game, if the characters have different character traits, kind of like the MC, and I guess Monica in this, it's still going to go that the actions that they did were... basically, the actions that they did while they had their original character traits before the game started are still set in stone. It's not like it changes the entirety of the past because their character would have been assumed to be different, but maybe. Well, at least you're enjoying yourself, right? So, haha. Geez, that's enough. You gonna keep reading or what? Yeah. I flipped the page. Suddenly, Natsuki starts laughing. I totally forgot that happens. Her spontaneous laughter takes me by surprise with how sweet it is. The beaming smile on her face is infectious, and I can't help but grin from ear to ear. She's really pretty when she smiles. Yeah, alright. This is the cue. This is the cue where it's gonna start being like Natsuki-centered mod, Natsuki-focused mod. I'm interested to see what Monika's gonna do about this, because she sort of, everything she said was before we started, like, getting with one of the girls. But I mean, I guess in every single game we end up going Natsuki. Like, Rain Clouds, New Eyes, Behind Closed Doors, whatever. We end up with Natsuki in most of the games, so I guess that's sort of like standard procedure for her. Natsuki puts her finger on one of the pals. It would be interesting if Yuri's probably the least common, and then Sayori. But Minori is my favorite character. You always feel a little bad for her since she's so unlucky. But it gets especially bad when... Oops, spoilers. Just finished this chapter already. Natsuki's voice sparkles with excitement. It's a stark contrast to her usual bossy tone. So refreshing to see her like this. She's not used to sharing her favorite manga with her friends. I can understand why she's so guarded. What was the mod? Was it Behind Closed Doors? I have no idea. I don't think it was. There was one of the mods. God, I can't remember it. I don't remember. But one of the mods, I'll re-go through all my videos. But basically it ended with another person joining the club. And their name was Minori. So that was kind of like a reference to that. It's hard to express in words the feeling you get when connecting with someone like that. And being able to provide that to Natsuki, for whom it's a rare experience, the thought makes me smile to myself again. I end up feeling glad that things went the way they did. Okay, everyone. Are you alright with today's poems? Did we do it? Oh, come on. Could your time be any worse? She's just like, can't believe these two are already together. It's only been a day. We were just about to find out if Minori... Sorry. I just need to make sure we have enough time. Though you do look pretty cozy over there. Aha. I'm worried about Monica now, considering the MC doesn't know, so him going to like someone like deliberately, it's questionable. I mean, yeah, I'm worried to see what's gonna happen. The mod will probably end with the festival, or at least like it'll end where the original like Act 1 ended. Natsuki suddenly notices how close she's gotten to me. Blushing, she hastily slides herself a whole 12 inches away from me. 1 foot. Guess I'll stop here for now. Close the book and hand it towards Natsuki. You're just giving it back? Don't you want to know what happens? I mean, yeah, but this is your only copy, isn't it? Don't be dense. Just take it home with you. We're no longer dense. This MC isn't dense at all. Is that real, alright? I know these mean a lot to you. Yeah, I guess. It would take forever to finish if you didn't take it home, that's all. As finish that one before tomorrow so we can start the next one. If it gets bent, I'll kill you. Bold claim. Fair enough, by tomorrow then. I only got partway through the volume so far. Might fall behind on some shows if I try to get through this. Don't be that person. But I suppose that's a necessary sacrifice in exchange for seeing Natsuki's enthusiastic smile. Yup, definitely gravitating towards her. And then I'm terrified of what will happen if I don't finish it. It's called abuse, but just like, nah. Not no, her dad is what's called abuse, but mostly a first thing though. Alright then. I stand up. I return to where I put my stuff and carefully slip the book into my bag. By the way, do you remember to write a poem last night? She's talking to us, I assume. Yes, I did. I lied. I wrote it at lunchtime. There's even a grease dot from the table on the paper. You fucking dumbass. I want to see what it is. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. That's why it's going to be shit, because you wrote it at lunch rather than when you were supposed to. Couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Is everyone ready? Can't wait. Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loosely torn from a bound notebook. On the other hand, Monica's wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine hand from where it sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. We each took turns to read through our poems. Alright, so it's just going to skip straight through that nonsense. Sayori's honest and surprisingly bittersweet, a somewhat rushed style came first, followed by Yuri's complex, elegant composition. Somewhat rushed. Basically, she made it at breakfast or whatnot, and it was about breakfast. But I mean, it's interesting, because I like how it doesn't force us to do everyone's poem like crap. But it's interesting to see what they fill in, like, in regards to that. Like, Fallen Angel had us go with Yuri, and it had us, like, basically, it described everyone's poems for us. But this did a lot better job of that, especially with the characters, seeing, like, them actually sharing with each other versus just us, I guess, going to each person's poems and just, I guess, them never sharing. But, yeah, this is good. This is good. Then it came Natsuki's. The language was simple, and the poem was only a few lines, but I think the meaning hit home hard. Monika's was a little esoteric. I didn't quite get it. She probably is just going to write the same poem. She's like, no point in writing anything different. I mean, mine was actually okay. I tried to keep it simple. Yuri waxed lyrical about techniques and rookie mistakes before becoming embarrassed for criticizing me. I mean, we still don't know what it is. Natsuki actually seemed to quite like it, much to her annoyance. Phew. I guess that's everyone. We only shared it with 2 people. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. As if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Steve wrote it at lunch. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poem can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club, after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. Happily chatting? That's a step up before just talking. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. That's interesting, though. Don't tell me I have to get in an argument with these two. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. We really have to go through this again. It might be different, though, like Monica and Sayori's actions, I guess. Considering Monica being different, her talking to Sayori be different. And I don't know, eventually we might just have to decide like always, but don't know. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Eh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki submissively returns the poem to the desk with one in hand. Guess you could say it's fancy. Ah, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Aw, she's about to go off. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. About feeling like the useless one. Yeah, this is slightly altered. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Oh, wow. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Yeah, she's definitely more aggressive and hostile in this version. Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, if it's analysis and critique you want, I do have a couple of suggestions. Huh. I was looking for suggestions. I would have asked someone who actually liked it. That's not the point of suggestions. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Raven did too. So based on that, I'm glad I give you some suggestions on my own. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. She's just like, not yet. And Raven liked my poem too, you know. Even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. We're really going to do this. How did we end up? We basically literally got like coerced into being gravitated toward Natsuki. We were literally about to go to Yuri, and then fucking Natsuki from the closet just breaking everything. And now she's even more aggressive and hostile than normal. So I mean, like, now we're basically stuck with her at this point. I mean, granted, we are going to learn about prompts at some point, but as of now, it's interesting to see what this dialogue is going to be about. I didn't realize you're so invested in trying to impress a new member, Yuri. Eh? It's not what Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Raven appreciates my advice more and he appreciated yours. Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? Jesus, she's like already leading off with that. This is kind of like the interaction in Fallen Angel where Natsuki just goes way off like during the first interaction. No. If I was full of myself, I'd deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? It just dips. Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size as soon as Raven started showing up. That's normal dialogue, though. Natsuki, what the? Natsuki, that's the... Everyone's just, like, caught off guard. This doesn't involve you. She gets shunned away. I don't like fighting guys. Suddenly, Bullet goes towards me as if they just noticed I was standing there. So it is going to come down to us. Oh no, Raven. She's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started. It'd be interesting, though, because I hope we don't end up siding with one of them. Because, I mean, granted, like, given the MC's sort of, like, the perfect version of himself, or, like, the MC's different, he would ideally come across, like, a middle ground situation. She could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective. This wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The means should jump out the room, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Raven. Wait. There's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. The only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessary limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Raven? Well, how did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing. I don't think Natsuki should be so aggressive towards Yuri, but I think it's wrong for Yuri to dismiss Natsuki's style so rightly. Whatever I do, I need to handle this carefully and diplomatically. He's gonna say something retarded. Just basically, based on me reading this, he's gonna say something stupid. Natsuki. You're right that I liked your poem. See? Wait. It's not an excuse for you to be so mean. Alright, so we are actually handling this properly versus us literally picking a side. That's good, though. You shouldn't pick a fight just because someone's opinion is different. That's not what happened at all. Yuri wouldn't even take my poem seriously. I understand. Yuri. Huh? You're a seriously talented writer. It's no secret that I was impressed. Well, But here's the thing. No matter how simple or refined someone's writing style is, you're still putting feelings into it, and it becomes something really personal. That's why Natsuki felt threatened when you said her poem was cute. Imagine being that weak. Imagine being that much of a bitch. Like, come on. I see. I didn't notice that. I'm sorry. Natsuki, you took it way too far. Yuri meant well, and if you just told her how you felt, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. Are you kidding? That's exactly what I did. It was her that... Natsuki. I think that's enough. Good thing Monika's fucking stepping in and actually stopping it. Because, like, I mean, when you try to... if you're explaining to someone how they're wrong, like, I mean, that's call for, like, them to be like, no, that's how you feel. But, like, if you're explaining to someone how they could have done better, or, like, how they could have been more, I guess, accepting, or how they could have, taken, like, feedback better. Like, if they go off on you for that, then that's them. That's an insecurity problem. And that's what Natsuki's being like right now. We're just trying to help. Like, we're not trying to put her down. She, for whatever reason, is being a bitch. Can't believe we fucking ended up with her as Mon. Again, Natsuki, I think that's enough. Good thing Monika stepped in too. Why are you being so horrible to Yuri? She apologized. Don't you think you should too? Whoa, hang on a second. Let's not all... Natsuki clenches her fist. Ooh, what you gonna do? I want to see her do something. In the end, nobody's taking her side. I mean, we tried to solve this, but because of her attitude, she basically pushed everyone away. She's trapped at this point, being defiant only because she can't handle the pressure. I feel like this could have gone better. It probably could have, but I mean... The thing is, I'm not sure there's much we could have done to make it better. I mean, we basically explained that we gave it how it was, that, like, yeah, I mean, I understand how you feel, but that's no excuse to, like, act the way you did. And you're be like, basically, be more considerate of the other person when you're giving feedback or whatnot. But, god damn it. Sometimes when I'm hurt, it helps to take a walk and clear my head. Not helpful. So anyway, she doesn't need to. I love how she just, like, pokes in, and then we're just like, don't say that. You know what? I'm going to do that. It'll spare you from having to look at all your faces right now. Without worrying, Natsuki snatches her own poem from the desk and storms out. Glad we're done with that. On the way out, she crumples up the poem with her hands and throws it in the trash. Kid, why is she being like this? She really didn't need to do that. Yuri just looks depressed. She teleports into the screen. My brow froze. This wasn't supposed to be one-sided. Now she stormed off and trashed her poem. It wasn't one-sided. I mean, in the end it was, because she was just being so aggressive and hostile. She would have just if she would have taken a second to like breathe and apologize, exactly like Yuri did, then this wouldn't have happened. I mean, but she felt the need for whatever reason. I guess it's pride and ego at that point. I mean, like you like this is kind of like how this is like what I view about myself. Like I'm an ass, but I'm not stubborn. Like I'm I'd like to think sometimes I do probably like argue more than I need to, but if someone's willing to like reach a middle ground and basically just drop it, like I'm down for that. I mean, it's just a waste of time at that point. And Yuri was willing to do that. She was willing to like come to some sort of like mutual agreement, say that we were both wrong in like starting this argument. But then Natsuki was she had too much pride. She had too much ego. She was like, no, it's entirely her fault. This can't be happening. I don't know. She just views herself in like the light as if she's like God's greatest gift or whatnot. But I mean, it wasn't one-sided. She pushed everyone away. That's like, it's different from being one-sided, as if everyone's like, one-sided would be, yeah, Natsuki, you're wrong in this situation. That's not what it was. We were trying to like amend things, but yeah. I liked her poem. I really did. It was so simply written, but the message was powerful. The hell with it. I'm going after her. Alright, I'm going to actually save here before we do that. I mean, are we really going to side against Yuri on this? Like, actually against Yuri? I could understand siding against Natsuki based on, like, just literally what happened. Like, basically her being a bitch. But, I mean, there's no reason to side against Yuri in this situation. I mean, granted, she probably didn't, her word choice, specifically the word Q, could have been better. But, I mean, that was basically all she did. And I was Natsuki who went off on her. And she only went off on Natsuki after, she made her claims about her chest. But, I mean, what can you do? What can you do about it? It's just my inherent bias against her, but... Oh. Yeah, I'm going to end it here. I'll do this tomorrow. Not sure how long it's going to be. It'll probably end around the festival. It'll probably end like it did in the original Act 1. But I mean, yeah, so yep. That's it for today. Tomorrow it is then.